Hello, welcome back guys to Great Escapes. I'm Geekser. This is Football Manager 2017 touch version. We're going to do a little arcade mode, of course, where we take sides that are struggling, that find themselves in the relegation zone with 5 games to go. We try and save them. If we can, we get a point. If we can't, we lose a point. Currently we're on -1 because we couldn't save Chesterfield from relegation. We've hopped straight in the same season as Leicester manager. They found themselves 19th in the Premier Division with 5 games to go. We didn't have a great start, losing 4-1 against Tottenham and losing 3-0 against Manchester United. It's basically left us with it all to do. Let's see if I can find... Right, here we go. Leicester 19th, 29 points. Burnley with 32, of course, 17th. So we essentially need to get at least 3 points in our last 3 games. We've got West Brom, Crystal Palace and Watford. We're up against West Brom today. And we're going to switch it up a bit. If you watched the Tottenham and Manchester United match, you noticed that maybe we were playing a bit more messy football. We're going to try and play fluid, attacking. We're going to try and use a bit more width. We're going to try and not be so restrictive in terms of the players' creative freedoms. We're going to try and pass into space and use some pace, because hopefully we have a bit more pace than West Brom today. So that's what it's going to be. Our back four is pretty much the same there. We're going to stick with Zayla in the goal. Zapata comes back from a red card. He missed the Manchester United match. Drinkwater also comes back as a deep line playmaker. And those are the key changes there. And VARDY starts as well. He's our top goal scorer this season, or it's Leicester's. He's not scored for me yet. So let us jump straight in because, well, we need to save Leicester. Time is of the essence. What am I doing blabbering on? The Leicester fans, they're in the stadium. They're just like, ooh, biting their nails and shaking around a little bit because they don't know if their club, champions in fact, are going to stay up this season. What a dire case of affairs. And I've stepped up and said, I will save you. And they said, well, you've just said that about Chesterfield and they've gone down. What on earth are you doing? I'm going to believe in me. So they have, and we'll see if they were right to do so. Okay, so West Brom are going to kick off then. So they're just, ping-ponging it around a little bit. They're doing well. Rondon. Bit of space there. Flips it up to Phillips. There's quite a few people then today in the stadium. Oh, a foul in the first 20 seconds. That doesn't bode well. But it's packed. They want to see their side stay up. Mahrez to Slimani then. He's not got much help though, has he? But he does well to be the first man. Can't be the second, who actually gained pace and momentum there. Came from quite a while back, that guy, Jakob. So he did well there. Let's sign him. Oh no, wait, we can't sign anybody in this because of course we only take over clubs with 5 games to go and the transfer window is not open. Signing is not an option. It's really difficult, this challenge, and it's even more difficult on the touch version because it seems as if you can't boost their morale very easily, the players. You can't give them a pep talk or a team talk very easily. I'll see if I can do that actually, but you certainly can't within the match. I've not seen any tab for it, and of course that's a great morale boost sometimes and can change the game. I've done it myself in the full version of the game. You can really change the game. So doing this kind of challenge where it's all about determination, it's all about strength of character and overcoming the adversity and the odds. You need some of that morale boost, and it doesn't provide it. I obviously, of course, chose to do it on touch version because it would make it a little bit faster in terms of the simming forward, and I'm just a little bit lazy, I think. But it means that I can get maybe more videos out. So I was thinking about that side of things as well. I wasn't just thinking about my laziness. But maybe when FM18 comes out, we will restart this challenge with the full version. West Brom go 1-0 up. This is... I was really quite confident about this, I thought, Tottenham, Manchester United, a difficult sides who were on a good run. West Brom, not so much a good run. They kind of, I think they were 15th. Were they're not too high, but and also we're home. We've got the players for it definitely. We just need, like I say, we need their morale to really boost up. We need them to have confidence in themselves, and I'm not sure I can give them confidence in themselves in this version of the game, which makes it really difficult. All we can do is try and change our tactics a little bit and hope for the best. But yeah, it is really really difficult. I'm finding it. I've not won a game yet, basically. We came close, I think. I think we came close in the Chesterfield Scunthorpe match. Definitely came close in that. I mean, you may disagree, but there were one point in that match when I thought, "Hey, wait a minute, this we might at least get a point here." I'm not going to say whether we did or we didn't. In fact, no, I just said we didn't because we've not got a point yet in this whole series, and I don't just mean the point to save a club. I mean a point, a game point. So Mahrez cuts inside, as is his job as an inside forward. Polly finds himself with essentially a free shot. He had lots of time there, but he chose to just strike it quite fast, and he missed the target, which is disappointing. Okay, now it's West Brom's move, and it's a nice move. And Robson Kanu is once again in the box, but he kind of is driven out, which is nice to see. He has another go. He kind of drives it across the mouth of goal, but it doesn't account to anything, which is good news for ourselves, of course. It's our highlight now. It's got to be our highlight. It can't be another West Brom highlight. I think it is another West Brom highlight. Oh my gosh, that's hit the post. And no silly rebound. Do you know what? I think the FM Touch version of the game, the 3D match engine, is better. What I mean by that is I don't see very many silly kind of graphical errors in it. I don't see as much just kind of just when it just knocks off somebody's ankle in the most benign way and trickles in the back of the net. I've never seen that in the touch version of the game. So that's enlightening. And that was good because that could have actually led to 2-0. Okay, we've got a goal there. Christian Zapata comes back after being sent off in the Tottenham match, missed the Manchester United match, and he had a decent game in the Tottenham match too. He was definitely one of our better players in that match, and he comes in there with a great header as Fuchs. I think it's Fuchs. I hope I'm saying that right. He swings it into the far post, and it's great finish by Zapata, and he had another chance then, Fuchs, with a free kick. Another corner, but this time near post, not as effective. Note that, it's not as effective. Let's try again. Far post. Just far post. Zapata again. Let's have Zapata take two. Oh yes, but this time it's not Zapata. I think it's Slimani. Yes, it is. It's 2-1. We've got it back. Is this the game where we get the 3 points we need? And providing Burnley, of course, don't win, Swansea don't win, providing they don't get points, we could see ourselves outside the relegation zone. Of course, it's not ended there. The point is not just to get them out once, it's to keep them out and keep them safe for next season. We were unable to do it with Chesterfield, but maybe, just maybe, we can do it with Leicester, and we can get our score tally there on the scoreboard back up to 0. And hopefully then make some positives next season as we sim on to 2018. But am I speaking too soon? Because West Brom are making an advance on us. I think this is their highlight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Robson Kanu's in again. He looks quite dangerous. I think he's got a goal. I think he's hit the woodwork. So he finds himself in those situations, those goal scoring opportunities, and he's scored at least once. So that's something to look out for. Maybe we need to be marking him but actually I'm okay with it at the moment. He's only scored one. Come on, he's nothing to be afraid of, is he? Anyway, stats down there. West Brom slightly more shots, but ours have been on target. They're edging possession as well, but am I really that bothered? Our team are playing slightly better if the average rating is anything to go by. Let's just hop into stats and just see our player ratings. Is there anybody that stands out as having a really, really bad game? Jamie Vardy, but maybe that's because he's not seeing much of the ball. Is there any way we can bring him, maybe by changing a role? He might be able to see a little bit more of the ball. But I'm not sure. You see, I'm not sure what. Advanced forward. Maybe advanced. No, because we've got an advanced forward. Let's just keep him there. Maybe an opportunity will strike. We'll leave it to Lady Luck. Right. Can we make anything of this second half? Okay, Slimani's in. With Poli is right hand side. Vardy's in the game. Mahrez to Vardy. He gets a chance. Wasted chance, but it was still a chance. Foster just backs it up, and we've got another highlight. Do you know what, guys? I'm really confident that this is we will save Leicester. I'm willing to bet on it. Musa, just with a lofty kick over the crossbar there. Galloway, Jakob, Fletcher. See, they're passing it around a little bit more, like they're trying to keep it that bit more possession, I think. And of course, the stats in that first half would suggest that they were playing a little bit more of a possession game than ourselves, or at least doing better at it. Zapata retrieves the ball nice. Definitely one of our better defenders. Definitely one of our better squad members. Vardy just makes an incredible run, but could not finish. Did not choose to square it on there to Slimani. So maybe a little bit poor teamwork there, which is unusual because I think Vardy's generally a team player. I think. I mean, his FM stats certainly suggest he is. Vardy, right, too many men on him. Maybe he's been more tightly marked, and maybe that's why his rating's low. He's been played out the game by the opposition tactics. Okay, West Brom now are making a move up, of course. Rondon finds Phillips, who makes a strike. I'm glad he struck and it hit, and it took a deflection there, because I thought he was actually going to play Robson Kanu through, and that would have put him one-on-one with a great goal-scoring opportunity. So I'm glad that Phillips was a little bit selfish there. What a strike there from Robson Kanu. He's had a great game, and he may score another. He may dampen our hopes and our dreams here. But I'm not sure there's anything we can do. We can try and tightly mark him. That's definitely something we can try and do. Player instructions. Let's do Christian stuff. Zapata. Let's mark Robson Kanu and mark him tight. And let's see what that does. Maybe we can play him a little bit out of the game there. Mahrez with an opportunity on goal. Still had a lot to do there. Quite a few players obstructing his view. And I think he had his back to goal. So, we'll let him off. We will let him off with that. Huth could not do anything there from that corner kick. And the ball trickles out. Trickles. Did the ball ever trickle? Sometimes trickles. Jamie Vardy picked up his game a little bit there, from 6.5 to 6.7, but anything below a 7, I always think is not great. Not at this point in the game. There's been enough time now for you to do something with the football, but there we go. Played Slimani in, and Slimani wins a penalty. That will do. That will do. Can we convert it? If we can convert it, we may be out of the relegation zone. Let's get this up and let's move it. so we can see the penalty. Okay, we're not out yet. Maybe on goal. Oh no, Burnley might be drawing. But let's see if Vardy can convert this. He can. So he's got a goal. That's his rating increased. And it's his 14th goal of the season. First under our managership. I think that's a word. If it's not a word, it is now. And it's 3-1 Leicester against West Brom. West Brom, you see there, they are 15th. So again, this is one of our best chances to get 3 points in our schedule, in our last 3 games, definitely. So I'm so glad that we've got 3 goals now to West Brom's 1, and hopefully we can get the 3 points, because like I say, it is our best chance to get those 3 points, and it does mean that we are 1 point away from saving ourselves from relegation. And of course, with a better goal difference than Burnley, it does actually mean that we are literally 1 point away. 1 point would do it at this stage, and that's because we've got 3 goals today, possibly. Why that goal difference is actually looking a bit healthier right now. Maybe not after that. Rondon makes it 3-2. West Brom arguably back in the game. There's still plenty of time actually to play. So possibly I've spoken too soon. Of course, still beating Burnley there on goal difference, and indeed they now must have conceded a goal. They must be losing, because we have overtaken them 2 games after this to play, and we are out of the relegation zone as it stands. That is good news, and of course it means that Burnley and Swansea, if they're losing, their morale's going to decrease, whilst ours might actually get a little bit of boost. We might be able to get some momentum going, which is the most important thing, especially to get out of this game. I'm wondering now, do we go to something like standard, just balance those risks a little bit better, a little bit more conservatively, so that we don't concede a stupid late goal. We don't really need to score anymore. We've done the job. We've scored 3. Let's not concede 3, guys. I don't want to go defensive though, because I don't want to invite it. But I'm saying to my players, look, maybe just ease off the offense a little bit. Oh my gosh, they've hit the post, and that could have been 3-3, and it could have made our job of saving Leicester 100 times harder. And it would have dropped us, of course, back into the relegation zone. It's not where we want to be. I'm happy where we are right now. We are out. I didn't think that it would be possible. I'm tearing up. I'm tearing up here, guys. I can't believe this. Oh dear, of course I'm not tearing up. Do not take that literally. That's going to be taken literally. Another foul from West Brom. We have a chance to seal the deal. Surely, if we can convert this 4-2, we will have sealed the deal, as I've just said. I've repeated the exact same phrase. I think it must be Jamie Vardy up again to take this penalty. Can he convert it? He can. It's 4-2 Leicester. We're still outside the relegation zone because Burnley must still be losing. I'm not sure who they're up against, but we'll find out, of course, after the match. It doesn't matter who they're up against. All that matters is that they are losing and we are winning, and we're out there on goal difference. We are out of the relegation zone currently. So we still got to take something from our last 2 matches. We can't just lose them, because Burnley could just get a draw at any point and go above us. So we need to make sure we get a couple of points, maybe a couple of draws, if not a win in there. But certainly this was, I think, a must-win game today. We've gone out there looking like a good side, conceded early but picked ourselves up, kept on attacking, had confidence, and scored the goals we needed. And even, West Brom, poor defence really, because conceding 2 penalties was probably the difference here. It could have been 2-2 without those, right? So really, we've got them to thank for giving us 2 penalties. That's not something that always happens, is it? It probably more often than not on this game happens against the player rather than for the player. But aren't we glad that we got 2 penalties in this match? I certainly am. It's definitely eased off the pressure. Burnley must have got a goal back. It's put us down in the relegation zone, but still, if we can beat West Brom 4-2 here, we've made it a lot easier for ourselves. Saving this side from relegation has suddenly become an actual possibility, maybe even a probability, not just a foolish dream of mine. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that Burnley must have got one back there. Hopefully they'll concede late, but as I say, not bad at all. Not a bad set of circumstances going into the last two matches. It's going to be close, but it's not impossible by any means. Just 1 point in it, in fact. 5 more minutes to play of this match. I'll be really surprised if West Brom manage to get 2 goals, but they are coming at us quite hard. Maybe they've switched to something like the overload tactic or something along those lines. But they've got a free kick now. That's gone over. That's fine. Just under 2 minutes. 1 minute to go now. Zyler just kind of whacks up, tries to find Mahrez. Doesn't. Is Drinkwater going to pick it up? He doesn't. I've just noticed I've not actually subbed anybody, so they're all going to be absolutely whacked out there. Their legs are going to be so tired, but I don't mind because I don't care about their legs because they're computer graphics. Okay, we came out of the game there. We got to get back in the game. They are real players. Poli, Slimani, Vardy, is he going to get his hat-trick? Yes, he is. He's sealed the deal today, no doubt about it. Now, in stoppage time, 30 seconds left to go. Jamie Vardy with his 3rd goal of the match, 5-2. We win. And of course, it doesn't do anything if Burnley have drawn in their match, but it does give us a nice cushion of goal difference, and hopefully a big boost in the whole team's confidence, and hopefully a big boost in Jamie Vardy's confidence now for getting a hat-trick, especially after having a really average rating at half-time. He must have really picked him up. That penalty must have really boosted his confidence getting that goal. He's now a 9.4 and probably going to get the man of the match, of course. So I think that's it. 5-2. We are the victors in that match. Let's have a look at the rest of the Premier League. How did that go? So Burnley were up against Sunderland, so it was 0-0 for a long time, and then of course they went down and Sunderland got their goal, but Burnley got an equaliser with 11 minutes to go. So that's how that went. So okay, they did all right. I think we did better. We got 5 goals. The only other side to get 5 goals today was Manchester City, and they sit in 5th. So that's the kind of calibre we're talking about. Our next match is up against Crystal Palace. I don't think they played today, so they're going to play tomorrow up against Tottenham, and hopefully Tottenham can really do the business on them and get some goals and really hammer in their Crystal Palace's morale and make them more, that would be great. So Crystal Palace sit in 12th. They've had a mixed set of games. Couple of losses in there, couple of wins and a draw. So like I say, it's mixed. Not going to be an easy match, but not going to be the most difficult. Hopefully we can get a point. Hopefully we can get a win, but hopefully we can get just a point and hope that Burnley lose. Burnley are actually up against, let's have a look. Burnley are up against West Ham, which is going to be a much more difficult opponent, you would imagine. So if West Ham do beat Burnley and we just get a draw against Crystal Palace, we'll be out of the relegation zone. And then the last match of the season, we're up against Watford, which will be difficult. And Burnley up against Stoke, which will be difficult. So it's all to play for. We've just got to hope that we can get... We just got to hope that Burnley don't win any more of their matches and we can just get 1 point. We can just get one draw, either Crystal Palace or Watford. But anyhow, that has been Great Escapes today. I forgot what episode number on, but that doesn't matter. We're doing well. Leicester City. We got our first 3 points today and 5 goals. Wow. Hopefully that sets the precedent against Crystal Palace. I shall see you then. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Please do leave us a like if you have, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps. It helps other people find the channel, of course, and it helps bring my videos to your attention. And I'm sure that's what you want, right? So I'll see you then, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Ta-ra.